Hello, in this video we're going to have a look at drawing bar charts of grouped data. So last lesson we had a look at drawing a bar chart for some categories for a survey I did of people's favourite pets. So I had three possible answers. I had parrot, cat and dog, and I drew one bar for each of my categories, and that worked pretty well. But this time we're going to have a look at some data. We've got some test scores. So it might have been a maths exam, for example, and I've got some scores and they start from 37. I think my biggest number I've got in the table is 67 here. So I've got a lot more possible answers, and I could do what I did with my pets, and I could draw one bar for each of my possible answers, but I'd get a lot of bars and I'd get quite a lot of answers with no bar at all. So for example, I haven't got a 68 in here, so when I got to my number 68 there wouldn't be a bar, there'd just be nothing there. It would also take me forever because it'd be huge. I'd be starting off, I'd have 37 and I'd have to go all the way up to 67, so I'm going to have 30 odd categories, hopeless. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group my data together. I'm going to choose to put my categories in groups of 10. So all of the numbers in the 30s, so number 30 all the way up to number 39, I'm going to put in this category over here. If my number's in the 40s, so somewhere between 40 and 49, it's going to go in this category. 50 to 59, going to go over here. 60 to 69, it's going to go in the bottom category. Now, I've chosen my categories pretty carefully. I've made sure that there's only one place that I could put one of my numbers. So 39 has to go in here. It's really clear that it doesn't go in this one. This one starts at 40, goes up to 49. So this one goes up to and includes 39. And I've got no gaps between 39 and 40, and I haven't got any overlaps. I haven't got 39 in both places. So I've got a sensible bunch of groups. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did last lesson. I'm going to take my number, 37, I'm going to cross it off, and I'm going to put it into the right category. So 37's in the 30s, and I'm going to put a tally mark into my 30 to 39. So it's more than 30 and less than 39. It's going to go in here. 41's in the 40s, more than 40, less than 49. So it's going to go here. 48, oh, that's another one in my 40s. I've got two marks there now. 60, just about creeps into this category at the bottom. 60 to 69, got my number 60. Give myself a tally mark. 56 is going to go in my 50s. 39 is going to go in my 30 to 39. 67 in my 60s. 39, or another one of those, into my 30s. 53, 64, 58, 35, 44, 66, and 34. 34. Now I need to put an extra tally mark in here. I've already got 4 to start off with. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get to 4, to do the fifth one, we put a diagonal line through. So once you've got 4, diagonal line through means you've got up to 5. So if I were writing 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one, draw the line through. 6, 7, 8, 9, put another line through, and I've got 10. So I can quite easily see I've got 5 there, 5 there. That means I've got 10 in total. If I've got another 2, then I've got 5 plus 5 is 10, plus another 2 on the end. That means I've got a total of 12. Okay, so all I need to do is count them up. This one's nice and easy to see. I've got my 4 with my line through, so I know I must have a frequency of 5. I've got 1, 2, 3 for that category. I've got 1, 2, 3 for the next category. Remember that frequency just means my count. I count my tally lines. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for the final category. 4 in total. We can do a quick check. I've got 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4, or 5 and 3 is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus another 4 is 15. So did I have 15 scores? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I had 15 numbers, and I've got a count of 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4, 15. So I know again I haven't missed any of my data. I'm feeling pretty confident because I've crossed all my numbers off. I haven't got any that haven't been crossed off. I went through systematically. I started at the top left and I ended up in the bottom right, and I put that tally mark in. It makes it so much easier to make sure you don't miss them. It's really easy if you try and pick out all your 40s from here, that you go 2 and then you suddenly miss the one on the bottom. So I had 2 of those, and now you've got 3. Yeah, so cross them off, put your tally marks in, and then we can add them up. What we're going to do then is we're going to draw those as a bar chart, and today you are going to be getting some practice at drawing your charts. So your first things first, you're going to need to draw your frequency tables. You've got your categories. On the easier option, you've got all of the categories listed. The harder one, you've got the first few, and you need to finish them off. But then you need to do your tallies, and you're going to need to count them up for your frequencies. You're then going to need to draw your charts into your exercise books. So you're going to need to draw your axis across the bottom. Remember, that's going to have your categories in. My categories for this question, 30 to 39, that's the first one. Next category is 40 to 49, 40 to 49. We've got 50 to 59, next one over. We're going to have one bar for each of those categories. My frequency, remember that's just my count, that's going to go up my axis, up my vertical axis. And, we can't read that very well because my face is in the way. So let's draw these on. That's 5, that's 3, that's 3, and that's 4. I want to see what my highest score is. I've got 5 here. So that means my graph is going to have to go up to 5. That's going to be the height of my tallest bar. Tallest bar is going to be 5 in this first category. So my graphs need to go up to 5. You can go a bit higher if it wants, so I just don't need the bit above 5. But if it's less than 5, I'm not going to be able to plot that first bar. So do your table first, have a look at your tally, count them up, and then work out how tall this needs to be. So in my case, it needs to go up to 5, so I'm looking pretty good. And I've got my categories across the bottom. And then I just need to plot them. So my first one, 30 to 39, is going up to 5, so it needs to go all the way up to this line here. It's going to go up to here. My second category is going up to 3, so that needs to go up to here. Third one's also 3, so that's going to be at the same height. And the last one needs to go up to 4. It's going to go back up to this line here, going through my point 4. So let's start off with the first one, 30 to 39. Total frequency is 5. So using my pencil and ruler, I'm going to go all the way up to 5. Well, I've gone a bit too far there. That's why we use our pencil and ruler, so that if you make a slight mistake, you can get your rubber out. Get rid of that little bit there. And you can connect it across the top. And we've got a bar. Next category, 40 to 49. I've got my label at the bottom, 40 to 49. I'm going to draw, I need to go up as far as 3. So 1, 2, 3. Over here. 1, 2, 3. Up as far as my 3 on my scale. Connect it across the top. 50 to 59, that's also at 3. So that's going to be the same height as the one I've just drawn. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Connect that across the top as well. And my last category, 60 to 69, needs to go up to 4. It's going up to here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Over to my 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect it across the top. Remember then, I'm just going to shade these in, but you can colour these in. You can go for a different colour. You could use the same one if you wanted to. You could use blue throughout or pink. Doesn't really matter, your choice. The colour does help though, it does make them look a little bit more attractive than just a dull pencil shade like that. But we can see where the bars are. I've drawn the bars all the same size. That's really important that these are the same width. And the gaps in here should be the same size as well. So I need some gaps between my bars, and they should be the same size. So the gaps don't have to be the same size as the bars, but each of the gaps should be the same size, and each of the bars. So I don't really want to draw a big chunky one over here and then a really thin one. So all the same size across here, and I've got my axes. So first things first, you're going to put your table together, do your tallies, count them up to get your frequencies, work out what your biggest number is. In this case mine was 5. That means my scale up here needs to go all the way up to 5. Put your categories in, so 1 bar for each category is 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 1 bar for each, and then 30 to 39 needs to go all the way up to 5, goes up to 5, draw it with a pencil and ruler, try and make sure these bars are the same size, gaps are the same size, and to finish it off we should have a title. I've called it Score, might be Maths Score. Hopefully it should be obvious from the 3 questions you're going to look at. Maths Score. We've got frequencies always going to be going up my axis, so frequency is always going to be on this vertical one here. I need a scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I need my category labels across the bottom. If you've got that and it looks like this, you've got a perfectly drawn bar chart of group data. Excellent, give them a go.